Are we live? Well, hello there. Do you know today is Wacky Wednesday? And it's Wacky Wednesday because we just said it's Wacky Wednesday. Anyways, what I'm going to do today is show you guys, if you've ever wondered how to make a glass pendant, a fused glass pendant. Not to be confused with a torch fused or a torch made pendant. But anyways, here's some of what we're going to do. I'm going to try to use these colors to show you how I make them. It's pretty simple. It's just the more tools you have, the easier it is for you. So this is what we're going to try to do using these colors. And it's really simple. I mean, it's just not that... Where's that orange? I don't even know where that orange is. Anyways, it's just, you know, plain old stained glass. It's just plain old stained glass. And then, you know, you're going to need a kiln, cutters, tools, real simple tools. This isn't so simple, but this sure comes in handy. This is my cutter. I kind of like this thing. I think it's called a bumblebee, I think. Anyways, so then you just cut yourself a million pieces of glass. And I'm just going to make a quick cut. I wipe it off because I do use oil and I don't want that oil on there. So now I have a piece, okay? So now I'm just going to take my cutters. These are just Home Depot tile nibber cutter thingers, $4, and just cut little pieces, little random square pieces. I cover it because I don't want it sticking in my forehead. I think it would be a little funny if I had an orange piece of glass. It's a joke. So all I do is put it. Then, if you want to get real elaborate, you can take pieces of clear and just lay it over. So it's all going to have a different effect on what you do. So if we come and look at, well, probably should roll over this stuff. These are some that I made, like I say, with the colors that I'd like to use. So I'm just going to clean them off. I'll explain what's on the bottom of my kiln, and I'll explain my whole kiln setup. But, you know, the way I got this, you know, it was just started out in orange square. Unfortunately, where's my orange? But anyways, here's a blue square. So what I did is just I would cut the green, and then I just put it on the orange. Damn. Anyways, I like this. So I'll just take these off. I'll clean them later. But I've learned that rather than make all day's work of what you're going to cut and lay them all out neatly here, only to pick them up and put them on the kiln, I found, you know, I have one of the Paragon, I don't remember what I got. I don't remember what this kiln is. Anyways, it's the one that Calabra, maybe? I don't remember. But it's the one that stacks on top of itself. So what I do is, I have a pretty nice system here in my studio. All I have to do is ask for something. I ask the jewelry gods, could I have a roll of kiln shelf paper, please? And look, I instantly have a roll You know, you guys should get one of my studios. It's incredible. So anyways, all what I do is I'll measure, okay? It's, what is it? It's 8 by, say 8 by 8 is going to be the inside of my kiln. I'll show you my kiln, so don't despair, because I'm sure you have questions, if anyone's watching. But anyways, so I'm going to go 8 inches. Look at that. Scissors. Then come out another 8. So now I have this sheet. You're probably wondering, well, what does this sheet do? Good question. What it does is, here, watch this. Roll of kiln shelf paper disappeared. See? It's great. What the kiln shelf does is if you just put the glass on the bricks of the kiln, 1, you'll never get it off, and 2, you're going to start corroding the bricks up. So the kiln shelf is what separates your work from the brick. So like I said, what I'm going to do is just put this on. It's all random for me. I mean, some folks really like the so what's going to happen now, that's going to melt and it's going to form, you know, a pendant. Granted, this is bigger than what that is, but you get the idea. It fuses and it melts together. Thus the term fused pendant.
John?
Yes?
Can you assist them with the color wheel? Everyone doesn't have an eye for color. Is there something you can share with them regarding colors?
Well, what I like, my wife was the color person, and since she's no longer here, I have to rely on a color wheel. So, what I try to do is, because the stained glass is so different, so it's not like, you know, watercolors, it's way off. So, what I'll do is I'll just try, you know, alright, I know I want this orange as my base. So, I'll set, you know, the main one to orange. I don't know if you can see this. And then I'll just look at, you know, it's like in greens and blues. You know, so, you know, the darker the better. So in this case, it's like in, you know, for this orange. You know what? Excuse me while I find my orange. Oh, this is it right here. Anyways, so here's one of the blues.
That's why it's called Wacky Wednesday.
That's why it's called Wacky.
Sorry, office is closed.
And a green. Uh-oh, that's not good. And a green. Well, that's not really the green that it's asking for. So let's go into the green glass. See how everything is nice and neat? Well, not really, but... So here's green. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find, because I'm using this as my orange. I'm using, well, they're calling it violet. You know, I'm going with the blue. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to go with the green. I'm going to try to get as close to that green as I can. That's too light.
What's a color wheel cost, more or less?
Color wheel is just a few dollars.
Where can they find it?
I got this at Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
And yes. So I'm going to go, just because that color wheel is saying these kind of are good to go. So what I do is, I love this thing. Rather than a, anyone say hi?
Yes, there's 5 people, and they're not saying hi yet. Welcome them to say hi.
Hey, you guys can say hi and ask questions, and yeah, whatever.
John,
Yes.
remember,
Oh, don't. Yeah, I won't. Anyways, you know, the old cutters. You know, you load it up with oil, and you know, you gotta try and hope that you get it straight. $30 or something like that. Anyways, what I like is this. I think it's called the Bumblebee. Well, it's called Creators Stained Glass Ink. Cutters Mate Strip Pro Beetle Bits Mini. That's what I got. You know, I mean, you can get the big one, but it's
Simple.
bigger.
It looks so great.
So what I do is I indexed it. Well, I didn't. It came indexed. So now I'm going to cut. Let's make a bigger one. So I take my sheet of glass, relatively clean. Some more uncut this, but I'm going to go with like an 1.5 inch base piece. So that's going to make a bigger piece. That's what this is, as opposed to the, you know, the 1 inch square pieces. Whoop. Remember, it's Wacky Wednesday. It is Wednesday, isn't it? Yeah, what a coincidence. That's a 1 inch, but I'm going to make this 1.5 inches. And like I said, I wipe it off because I don't like that oil. I don't know what would happen. Probably nothing. Probably shouldn't use your hands either. Oh, this disclaimer, if you hurt yourself doing this, shame on you. Anyways, here's 1.5 inches.
Do you have a tool to do that, John?
I do have a
Can you
tool.
show
Here,
them? There you go.
I'll use the tool.
Same
so
result?
So now there's my base piece. So the wheel told me to use this blue. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to cut random pieces. Still don't have this light down. All this light and I can't see anything. But anyways, I'll actually use the tool. There we go. We're going to cut up some stuff. Actually make it, I like the rough edge of this. So here, there we go. There's one color. And now let's maybe take, can you see this? Can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
And here's the green. So the same thing. Rather than just plop the whole square on there, I'm going to lose it. Oh, never mind. I'm going to just cut that. Probably don't have the oil, but you never know. So there's just so much you can do, whatever you want to do. You know, like a long thing like that, just go ahead and cut up some smaller ones. So now I have a little triangle shape. Now, like I say, the best way to do it so you don't get frustrated is to, you know, come over here. Is he coming over here? You know, and put it together. Put it together here.
That's when your creativity comes to play because
Yeah.
there's no right and wrong. It's just
Whatever it is, it is.
mm-hmm.
And what I like about it is what I think is going to be the top or the bottom or a side when it comes out and I look at it, it's like, wait a second, I want this to be the top. So it really, it doesn't matter. Then you can get lazy, which I kind of like lazy. This looks very intricate, very hard to make, but it came out of a piece of stained glass that I had bought. I mean, it was a little expensive compared to just a plain color, but it's kind of cool.
Is that clear glass on top, John?
Yeah.
Is that how it bubbled? Okay.
Yeah, that's where you get the shine. And then there's sometimes you get a here on these greens. Can you do a close up? Can you zoom in on? So I don't know where we're at, but anyways, I don't know if you can see, like, this green is pretty shiny and this green is pretty shiny. But if you look at this green, it's kind of fuzzy and it looks dirty. It's the glass devitrified. Fancy word. I can't believe I remembered it. But anyways, it's Wacky Wednesday and I remembered it. But there's a process now where you would, I save the pieces that have been devitrified, and then you put them back in the kiln, and then there's a solution that you put on it, and then refire it, and then it gets rid of that the vitrification. The longer I guess you do this, the more you run into problems and find okay. So anyways, let's go back to making. So there's that. So now again, what I would do is, if I know the color that I want to start with, then I'll go with the wheel and try and go from there. So let's start with this. Here's the color wheel is calling it like a yellow-green. So I believe it. So I'm going to slide to yellow-green. That's pretty close. And now it's saying an orange, red, or a violet blue. Well, let's take a look at the reds. Not really close, but it works. So I'm going to use that, and then the blue, I'll try to get another blue. A little deeper blue, a little different than, oh, here's a blue that has some yeah, whatever that is. So again, I'm just going to go with 1 inch on this because I'm going to try to make a few of these. So I'm just going to cut my first, piece, 1 inch. Then I'm going to cut 1 inch squares from it. So there's 1 2 3 4. I can count. So here's the 4. Now I'm going to do the red. I'm going to slice the red up. Check that music out, huh? I mean, I know I'm making a mess, but who cares? It's my mess.
Are you having fun?
And I'm having fun. I mean, where else can you do this?
A lot of people are afraid of cutting glass, John. Any words of
Don't be afraid of cutting glass. Sorry.
Just because of glass, it doesn't mean it's
I
going
think
to
if you're
cut
afraid
you.
of it, you know, if you're afraid of it, it's going to get you. And the way I say that is, you know, whatever your fear is, you're going to bring that to you. So, you know, respect it. I mean, I'm moving it fast, but this isn't my first rodeo. So, I mean, I've done this once or twice before. And, you know, every once in a while, yeah, I cut myself, I hurt myself. Yeah, okay. You know, but so what? You know, it's part of the fun. What am I not going to, I'm not going to do something that I enjoy because, oh, I could get hurt. You know, come on. You know, get over it.
So
But-
be safe, have fun.
Yeah, have fun, respect it.
Respect it.
Because, yeah, I mean, this is sharp. Here, I'll show you. Watch this.
No!
Oh, sorry. So, all right, here we go. Like I said, what I like to do is I like to do it in the kiln rather than putting it here and then dropping it on the way there. So here, there's that. Here's some blue, and I don't care if it hangs over. Of course, I don't really care about it too much, but you know, whatever. However it works out for you.
So what happens when it hangs over, John? It ends
It'll-
up looking like this?
Well, it'll just pool over.
Okay.
The glass will move there.
Okay.
You know, and I think it adds, you know, it gives it another dimension. This is three-dimensional art that we're playing with here. So, you know, rather than keeping it,
There
no,
we
put
go.
the camera down.
Oh, really?
Oh, all right. This is you know, two-dimensional. You know, very. You know what? I'll get back to you on that. But what I'm
It adds
trying to.
dimension. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, it does have depth.
Okay.
So, you know, the next thing is to decide, do you want to put clear on it? And my only advice this is this glass fired. This is this glass fired with clear on it. So it doesn't really change the color. This probably was a little deeper to begin with. But anyways, you know, you can kind of see the difference. And the clear also gave it somewhat of a dome shape. So you got to kind of like play with it. You know, this is just a Wacky Wednesday live thing. This is, you know, there's so much to this. You know, make another one of these. You know, just take a blue hanging on the edges. You know, kind of do the same thing. The thing is, try not to let that get dirty. So this one, I'm going to take a piece of clear. Is there anyone have any questions?
No.
Nothing? I know, I'm going to just
No
do
questions
this.
so far. They're following you.
I got watchers? Cool. Hi, watchers. I don't know
Yeah,
who you
6
are, but that's cool that you're
6
watching.
viewers.
I got 6 viewers?
Yes, sir.
Wow, it's better than 5. Anyways, this isn't exactly clear glass. It's got a little, I don't think it's that acrylic either. Anyways, ooh, it could be. You know what? I don't know. But anyways, so I'm going to cut a 1-inch piece. And I'm going to put it over this one. Of course, I was working on that one, but it doesn't matter. So now that's going to change. It's going to change everything. It's going to change the look. It's going to change the depth. So, okay, there it is. So now, what else do you suppose I should do or show, or anyone? The next step would be to grab the kiln I just find it so much easier to do it this way. And then I like to cycle it to 1460, and I just let it set there for 10 minutes. That's all I do. I go on full power on Paragon, and I don't remember what it takes. I mean, my speed is full. I'm at 1460. I hold it for 10 minutes. I don't delay, and I just go. So remember, folks, jewelryjm.com. Shop online. Please like and share, and have a great Wacky Wednesday.
And show them the end result.
And here's some ends.
And hopefully we can
and then what I do, this is important too.
Can you raise it up a little?
What I do,
There you go.
I can't. My arm doesn't
Is
go
this
that
hot?
way. No, it's not hot.
Yeah, there we go.
What I do is, rather than the glue, the
Adhesive? Yeah.
the bail on, you know, being a jeweler or from a jewelry background, I don't really like glue. Glue is kind of a four-letter word in a jeweler's vocabulary. So I just diamond drill it, and then I put a jump ring. You know, that's just me.
And that'll be in another version, another
That'll
video.
be, yeah, 'cause
drilling.
I'm going to cut some stone too. You know, here's just, you know, I mean, this is a stone. It's not polished or anything, but I'm trying to do the same thing. You know, I'm trying to, you know, polish it, you know, drill a hole, and then just have a simple, well, this will be 2 necklaces now, maybe earrings. But yeah, jewelryjm.com. You know, go ahead, check my site out. I have several of these up there. I have some other pieces. Jewelry's more my game, but I love doing this too. So thank you, and Wacky Wednesday, hopefully 10:30. See ya. Thank you.